Alright boys, so a lot of people have been asking about the motorized bikes, what I'm going to be doing next, all that stuff. A lot of people have been asking me about the electric start motorized bike kit. Now I bought this thing 8 months ago, like end of August last year, and I never really did anything with it. I posted a video of it on the bike in my first impressions, but I never got it like running or rideable. I broke my ankle and I haven't really touched the motorized bike since. Now there's one or two reasons why this won't start. I've done minimal diagnostics on it, but it seems to be something with the ignition timing, or just something's not right. I don't know, but when I've tested it, it has spark, but it just doesn't have the right ignition timing. I've even tried like swapping the magnets, using magnets from other engines. I've tried different ignition coils. Nothing really works. Now the carburetor, I I don't know if it's an issue or if it's just because it's not getting spark, but it like just dumps fuel into this engine. So I don't know, but I really want to have more time to diagnose this thing and get it running, but with my ankle and with all the other projects that I've had, I haven't really had time. Now, the next time you'll see this engine, it probably won't look like this. From the get-go, even before I bought this kit, I was like, that would be really cool to put a Minarelli on this bottom end. And I really wanted it to run in its stock form, but I had the plan from the get-go to put the Minarelli on it, so I think that's what I'm going to do next. So I think the next time you'll see it, it'll have a Minarelli vertical top end on it, and it'll be on this Minarelli bike. Now, I haven't posted about this Minarelli bike because I was having issues with the clutch and the carburetor, pulse port, and all that stuff. So I've needed to revamp this bike too, take the engine off and rebuild the clutch and everything anyways. So I think when I'm doing that, I'm going to take this engine apart and just kind of like swap the engines, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I think that's the plan for the electric start engine. It'll eventually be on the Minarelli bike. Hopefully that works well. I hope the carburetor and everything will clear the electric motor. It might be an issue, but I'm also thinking, since we have like a 10 millimeter spacer on the bottom of the cylinder for the Minarelli, it might clear. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll come to that. We'll come to that road when we get there. I think that's the saying. Now, some other people have asked about the Predator 212 bike. If you don't remember, I took the engine off and traded it to a guy for a Piaggio engine. Ended up selling the Piaggio engine to finish some other projects. And I just kind of have the bike just sitting here, waiting, begging me for a new engine. And so I've been kind of concocting a few ideas. There's primarily four. I don't know. The first one is a Menace 85. I've been seeing a ton about those engines, and according to Smolik, it's one of the top competitors. So I'm really thoroughly impressed with that engine. I thought, what better platform than to put it on this bike? I think it'll handle it. If it handles the Alcohol 212 bike, I think it can handle the Menace. The other option is to put another 212 on it and pretty much have the exact same bike as before. I don't really like that idea because it's not fun. It's not mixing things up. The next idea is to kind of have a same like vertically mounted 212 bike, but have it a diesel. I've seen a few videos made of those like 196cc 3 horsepower diesel engines, and they look super cool. Of course, they're mechanically fuel injected, so you can kind of mess with the injector to put more fuel to the thing. And that also means you don't have to tune carburetors and all that stuff. Now, I have also seen people turboing those engines and pretty much like tripling the horsepower. And so I've always wanted to do a turbo build. I still want to turbo the racing mower at some point. But of course, the carburetor is a huge limiting factor with just boost in general. So I really like the idea of putting a diesel on this bike and then turboing it. So maybe we'll get to that point. I don't quite know. Now, there's a few other ideas floating around. I have a case that I can put an MS460 engine onto, basically have like a Menace or Avenger type engine. I also have a case reed, just China doll case that I might be able to modify to fit like an MS660 engine, and I have a case reed MS660. We'll see about this. Well, I'm thinking about it. Drop your comments below on any ideas, anything, any engine things you want to see for that bike. Of course, I'm going to get the Minarelli running here. My brother also wants to put something like a 212, maybe a diesel, maybe something else on this Stingray bike. We'll see. We'll get to that. But anyways, here's my little update on the bikes. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and comment to see more of these bikes.